Hey guys, Malga here. Now before I start the video, I do just want to say that my nose is actually kind of blocked, so I may sound a tiny bit different. I also do want to say that the unusual price range is going to be 14 keys instead of 11 keys. Now the reason it's going to be 14 keys is because Demoman is such a well-played class, and lots of people want to play him, therefore his unusuals would be worth a tiny bit higher because there are going to be more demands for his unusuals. I also do want to say that 14 keys is not that big of a difference than 11 keys. It's only 3 keys different, so it really won't change the video that much. So that's all I wanted to say. Let's start the video in 3, 2, 1, and boom. Coming in at number 10 is a Dead President's Tartan's Tyrolean for only 14 keys. Now the reason it's on my 10th spot is because Dead Presidents, it's not that good of an effect, plus Tartan's Tyrolean is actually a pretty good hat. I mean, the hat itself, if it was with a smoking hat, it would actually be on, one of the top spots. But considering the effect Dead Presidents, it really just pulled it down here for me. But the hat itself, it has a feather on the side, plus it has a belt buckle around it, attached around it. But basically, I really don't have much to say about this hat other than the effect Dead Presidents. I also do want to say that there's much better unusuals and much better effects above this Dead President's unusual. That's why it deserves my 10th spot, because it really could not do much of its unusual effect. There's much more better effects like smoking, orbiting fire, and Miami Nights, so it just deserves the 10th spot because it really could not go any higher. Coming in at number 9 is a orbiting fire Froze Zero for only 10 keys. Now this unusual, it's only 10 keys. Now the hat itself, it is actually a robo hat, and it's a copy from the Demoman's Fro. But the thing is, the hat itself, it's just a black thing on its head, and the reason it's on my 9th spot is because it's a robo hat, but you can't really tell from a distance. It looks like the Demoman's Fro. Plus the effect orbiting fire, it's pretty good. However, it deserves my 9th spot because I'm not really into robo hats, and considering it's a robo hat and the paint on the bandana, it's not even a bandana, it's like a metal piece on its head, and it's supposed to be a bandana, but it's a robo version, and it's not well done. You can see bolts and stuff like that, and you can actually see patches on the hair. It does not look that good from close up. And the unusual effect orbiting fire, it's pretty good. I love the effect, and that's why it's on my 9th spot above the Dead President. Coming in at number 8 is a Bubbling Conjurer's Cowl for only 13 keys. Now the reason it's on my 8th spot is because the effect bubbling, not really that noticeable. However, the hat itself, the Conjurer's Cowl, looks so badass, so good, but the effect bubbling really had to lower this down because there's much more noticeable effects than bubbling. And I just want to say that after this unusual effect, there's gonna be way unusual, better unusual effects and better hats. But however, this is the not that good of an effect and not that bad of an hat. It's a really good hat, but the effect bubbling not really that noticeable. So yeah, it's on my 13th spot. I really don't have much to say about this hat other than it deserves the 13. Did I just say 13th spot? It deserves the 8th spot. Coming in at number 7 is a Smoking Rimmed Rain Catcher for only 9 keys. Now this unusual effect, smoking, it's so noticeable. Plus the hat itself, it's kind of like a pirate hat. And if you actually, the Demoman himself, he's wearing an eye patch, which kind of makes him look like a pirate. If you go around it, it's pretty plain too. That's why it's on my 7th spot, because it's kind of a plain hat. And it just, it's not that good looking if you think about it. Plus the effect smoking, it's pretty good, but it does not really complement the hat itself. However, it just deserves my 7th spot because it's not that bad of an hat. Okay, coming in at number 6 is a Aces High Regulator for only 14 keys. Now this unusual Aces High, the hat itself, it's such a good hat. It actually has 4 styles. One's the original style you're actually seeing on the screen, and it has the TF2 logo in the middle. The other one's Burst, the other one's Bones, and the other one's Designer. I'll actually put them on the screen right now. They look so good. You can actually, considering you can choose 4 different styles, it kind of feels like 4 different hats in one hat with one awesome effect. Aces High, I'm such a fan of Aces High. It's such a good unusual effect. It just looks so good. It's only 14 keys too, and Aces High, I know I'm putting this hat too high, but the thing is, the hat itself, I actually asked a ton of people and they ranked it down because they weren't really that interested in it, but myself, however, the thing is that there's way better good looking hats with better effects too up in the list, but I really don't have much to say about this hat. So yeah, let's go into the next one. Okay, coming in at number 5 is a Steaming Tyrant Spartan for only 14 keys. Now this unusual is actually not that bad of unusual. Steaming effect really complements the hat. Plus, the hat itself, Tartan Spartan, it's pretty cool. I mean, it also has some dents and stuff like that beside it to, you know, give it that, you know, torn up. And the effect steaming, really good looking hat. And I really don't have much to say about this hat other than it's a pretty good looking hat. Yeah, let's go into the next one. Coming in at number 4 is a Steamings Buccaneers B. Corny for only 13 keys. Now, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but basically this is kind of like a pirate hat. Basically, it gives the, you know, Demoman an extra earring. I forgot on which air, but it gives him an extra earring too. And the hat itself is such a good looking hat. Plus, it has feathers, and considering it makes, you know, the Demoman look like a pirate, you know, even more. Basically, you know, Demoman's got an eye patch, and then with the eye patch, he can wear this hat. Plus, he can also wear a bird. You know, it just suits the Demoman so much. Plus, the effect steaming, this effect steaming is not that bad of an effect too. I mean, I love this hat so much. I know I'm ranting about how much I love this hat, but it just deserves my 4th spot because there's way more better effects above, you know, the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. They're just way better than this one. But yeah, it just deserves my 4th spot because it's such a clean looking hat too. Coming in at number 3 is a Miami Knights Glenary Bonnet for only 13 keys. Now this unusual is such a great unusual effect. Plus the hat itself is so cool. Basically the Glenary Bonnet, I see so many people rocking this hat whenever I play on a server, whenever I play games. I just like at least see one Demoman who's wearing this hat in one day. But basically the Glenary Bonnet actually has a TF2 logo in the middle, which just makes it even better. Plus the hat itself, it's a pretty good looking hat. It's really small and compact on the Demoman's head and really suits him. Plus it makes him, you know, considering the Demoman is actually Scottish, it kind of makes him look more Scottish. I don't know if it's just me, I don't know. But basically the effect Miami Knights too. You can be known with this hat. You can be known as a competitive player, a YouTuber, you can be known as a awesome trader, but this unusual effect plus the hat, they just add up to make the coolest Demoman, and that's why it just deserves my 3rd spot. Let's go into the next one. Coming in at number 2 is a Smoking Demoman's Fro for only 12 keys. Now this unusual, I love the effect of the unusual smoking, plus the Demoman, it's basically an afro for the Demoman. The headband that goes around it really complements the afro, and I can't really have an afro in real life because, you know, my hair doesn't grow that way. Why not just have one in game? And the unusual effect itself, smoking ain't that bad, and the Demoman's fro itself, it's really cool too. I actually asked a few people myself, you know, which one should go on top, Miami Knights Glenary Bonnet or Smoking Demoman's fro, and you know, I asked about a few people and they said Demoman's fro should go on number 2nd spot instead of the Miami Knights, the one below this. But you know, I really could not choose one. Yeah, that's just, it's such a clean hat too, and I love afros. It's just I can't have one, so why not have one in game for me? But yeah, it's not that bad of unusual too. So let's go to the next one. Coming in at number 1, the hat they've all been waiting for is the Steaming Prince Tavish's Crown for only 14 keys. Now this unusual effect, steaming, such a great unusual effect that complements any hat. Plus the you know, Prince Tavish crown. The crown, you know, it just makes the Demoman look like a king. And if you had the cape on him, the cape is kind of like, if you actually seen the cape, I'm just gonna put it on the SFM, but it kind of makes him look like a royal, you know, a royal family member, I don't know, but it just makes him look so royal, and it just makes him look so rich, and it just makes him look so, you know, it just suits the Demoman. The crown just suits the Demoman. However, I just want to say that, you know, with the crown, the only problem I have with it is because on the top you can actually see the beanie that Demoman wears. If they could actually maybe, you know, take off the beanie and give him just a tiny bit of hair, or just make the crown bigger, it would have looked even better. But it just deserves my 1st spot. I mean, come on guys, it just looks so cool. Plus King Raja uses it, and that is not why I actually have this on the spot. King Raja does use it, but that is completely a different, like, it's not why I have this, you know, on the 1st spot. But yeah, this is such a great unusual effect and totally deserved the 1st spot too. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. If you did like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, tell me your ranking and where you would rank any of these hats. Tell me your favorite unusual effect and your favorite hat in the list. And as always, have an awesome day and see you in the next one. Peace! Also, before I end the video, I just want to say please forgive my blocked nose. I really can't do anything about it. And I know I sound like a muffled weirdo, but I can't fix my block nose. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Let's just end the video. Peace.